Pebbles, so today I'll be reviewing Pixar's Inside Out. So basically, as a lot of people think, Pixar was doing really well for a long time, and then after Toy Story 3, which was considered to be a very good film, it didn't do as well in its next few films. These were Cars 2, Brave, and Monsters University. These three films weren't exactly regarded as being up to Pixar's normal standard, and computer animation didn't seem to be going all that well around this time. Yes, we did have some good stuff like Frozen, for instance, but a lot of it was considered to not be going as well as normal. Although there were some very good movies made in this time. Do not cancel all those years out, because there are some very good movies made in this time. But yeah, but Pixar, as I said, wasn't doing so well. Well, there was a short that they made in this time that I think is really good called The Blue Umbrella. It's got photorealistic animation. It just looks amazing. But anyway, then along came Inside Out, and everyone was like, wow, Pixar hasn't been doing so well since Toy Story 3, and now look at what you came back with, this amazing film about these personified emotions. Yeah, that's basically what happened. What I also heard out about this movie was that they kept the character Bing Bong secret. So Bing Bong's this imaginary friend, basically, I need to explain this first. So the film's set inside this girl called Riley's head with these personified emotions controlling what she'll do. Basically, these personified emotions are joy, fear, sadness, anger, and disgust, and they all have control over what the girl Riley should do, because they live inside Riley. And Riley used to have this. Especially what happens is that Riley's family moves, and so she goes to her friend San Francisco, and then what happens is that then she starts off at a new school, and then suddenly sadness destroys turns a happy memory into a sad memory, and then this core memory comes up, and it's a sad core memory, and this worries Joy, and so basically she and Sadness then leave the headquarters and try and get the core memory back after it's gone. It's just, well, not just get the core memory. Basically, long story short, they leave the headquarters, and then they come across this imaginary friend of Riley's called Bing Bong. Bing Bong's this pink elephant played by Richard Kind, who's basically he's one of Riley's old imaginary. He's an old imaginary friend of Riley's who sings in song powder and cries candy. Yes, clearly he's an imaginary friend. But what I like about this movie is its emotional weight. It's okay if you get emotional during the end scene. I know it might sound, I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not going to spoil it. And I know it might sound a bit silly to think you're crying over that. It is totally okay. Really. A lot of people do that. And not just children do that. Adults have done that as well. Anyway, the movie's also got some very clever ideas, and the animation is very colourful. I personally far prefer it when they're inside Riley's head, because I just think the animation looks a bit better there. Yeah. And I also found that I don't like the idea of how you can lose two emotions entirely when joy and sadness go. No one just loses two emotions out of their head. Yes, well, there might be some emotions dominating a person entirely. Yeah, I just don't think that there's still the other emotions around. That part for me just does not work, really. But there's also some good solid cast in there, and the characters have been designed well. I was researching about the movie, and I found out there's a lot of Saturday Night Live veterans in the movie. For instance, Amy Poehler, who plays Joy, or Fear, who's played by Bill Hader, who was in Saturday Night Live. And I also like how the characters just all work well with each other, and the colour choices are very smart for them. However, I did feel like the movie could make the outside world a bit more colourful, and the characters' design, I think, definitely could have been a bit improved. For my rating, I'm gonna give, and it's a very emotional movie, which I praise for that as well. And I really like how they've even got the dream productions and everything about an imagination. Like, it's just so clever, and it just deals with emotions so well. It's like nothing that had ever been seen before in animation. It's definitely one of Pixar's best, and by far its best since Toy Story 3. I'm gonna give Inside Out an A. Bye guys, and look out for my next videos. Also, subscribe to The Grinning Critic. Bye guys.